then he grabs this like, I don't even know what it is, man. It's like an Aztec horn.
It was like this.
That's amazing.
The death whistle.
Yeah, the death whistle.
I need to buy one of those. I'm telling you.
Blaring it. He starts blaring it and being like, die!
Welcome to the New Music Podcast. We're your two regular jackoffs from upstate New York. My name's Patrick.
And I'm Kyle.
What's good, guys? We have Crown Magnetar in the house. How the hell's it going?
What's up? How's it going?
Going super well.
Could I have everybody just introduce themselves and tell the people at home what you do and what you do for the band?
I'm Dan, and I do vocals for the band.
And I'm Nick. I play guitar in the band.
And my name is Byron. I play drums.
Nice. Usually we kind of get these started by talking about like your origin story, kind of how the band got started.
Totally. So back when I was 18, I had just wanted to get a drum set for a graduation present. Ended up getting that. And before I knew it, me and a couple of friends just started actually wanting to make a band. One of them being my really good friend, Alex Denniston. And we started playing music, and for a couple of years, we were just doing, the typical local, just play whatever we can. Didn't really care what it was. Didn't really even care to record music or anything. But as time went on, and through the internet, I was able to meet these gentlemen. And then from there, over time, we ended up being able to write The Prophet of Disgust, which we ended up writing, I think, the summer of, we wrote it before we recorded it, but we recorded it in the summer of 2017, and then that ended up being the lineup, especially with these three main guys. And I've just kind of had to do some member switches in between, basically. But yeah, we just kind of started in my mom's basement, playing a bunch of local shows, and I got to meet these guys, and it actually started gaining momentum from there as we were able to get to the studio and actually put a little EP out.
That's what's up. So you guys have been around a lot longer than most people would think.
Yes, yeah, 100%. We were playing for about 2 or 3 years before we ever actually recorded anything.
That's what's up. It takes a while to get, shit going. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been doing this since I was in high school, so I didn't really know what to do. I just thought you started and just played. Obviously with knowledge I have now, I understand how you start a band correctly, which a lot of guys do nowadays. But I never gave up on it, so.
No, it's good. That's good. I miss those days for sure. The old days just playing in somebody's basement.
Playing to no clicks and all that stuff and just raw talking everything. It was a good time, man. Playing anything you can.
Couple small basement shows.
Mm-hmm.
I miss it. So about what time was it that the rest of these final gentlemen kind of entered the picture?
It was around 2015 to 2016. These two guys were playing in a band because they had obviously met on the internet before they had met me and Crown Magnetar. They were in a local band up in Fort Collins called I'm Malevolent. Check it out.
Say that again.
Yeah.
You can't just try to tuck that in. I need to hear this.
You can't just mute that shit.
Yeah, and so through an arrangement of time, we ended up kind of half of Crown Magnetar ended up living with half of I Malevolence, and obviously the bands ended up merging, and then over time we ended up getting these guys to be in Crown Magnetar full time, and now they've been my main squeezes in it for sure.
If I'm being totally honest, I've been calling you Crown Magnetar this whole time. Is there?
That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah, I say it wrong a lot. That is actually the correct way, but it could be however you want. A lot of people call us Crown Magnetar for some reason as well.
Magneto.
I'll never understand why.
Yeah, we don't understand why, but it happens. So.
No, the name always reminded me of Reptar. What is it? Get him to the ozone or something. That One Devil Wears Prada song.
Great song.
It was some stone shit I came up with, man.
I honestly thought you were talking about Rugrats Reptar, and I was like, what? I
mean, that's. I think that's what that was referencing. I really don't remember. King of the Ozone or something. Reptar,
yeah.
King of the Ozone.
Mm-hmm.
Great fucking song.
I know, dude.
Great song.
Love that, man.
Their new song is fucking sick too, honestly.
I'm glad they're coming back.
Yeah. I'm pretty hyped for the new zombie EP. Yeah. I didn't think I was gonna be, but I am.
Yeah, I see that.
I haven't listened to it in a while. I honestly haven't listened to that band in a hot minute.
Well, I used to bump the zombie EP, like the original zombie EP, like a lot.
Yeah, honestly, all their old albums. That was like my like high school band, like my nostalgia band for sure. All their old shit is so good.
Well, it's funny to me how like I still to this day don't have any of the song titles right because I didn't download the right version and all the song titles were all mixed and matched.
Yeah, we were all LimeWire kids, man.
Good old LimeWire.
Yeah, I think I blame the Pirate Bay for this one.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Right.
Those were the days, man. Now there's like pretty much no need to really
Literally
go out
none.
of your way to go and try to get your like latest torrent version of whatever album because it's all out there now.
Spotify, man, changed the
Spotify's
world.
a beautiful thing. A lot of people are having take issue with the payment system, and I do find that that's kind of laughable that people get pissed off with how much they're making from streams.
It's nothing.
Yeah, but it's a lot deeper than that. Obviously, you can't just, hey man, if we could get paid at 10 cents a play, I'd have a lot of money. It's not that simple, unfortunately. But
I don't even think 10 cents is even livable, to be honest, unless you're getting millions
per play, depending on who you are.
Yeah,
out in your favor, but yeah,
because right now it's like what 0.002 something or something.
yeah, something stupid.
I love mentally like splitting a penny, how many different ways to kind of like think of like a
exactly.
frame of reference for how small that really must be.
Yeah, just have that thrown at you every time someone jams your song.
Yeah, honestly, like, right now it's more important for us to just get out there as much as possible. So I mean, we're not worried about money from streams really at all. So
no, that's the right attitude for sure.
Yeah,
a lot of like it when I see people complain about how much money they make per stream and they're putting up their stream counts, I'm like, you actually have decent stream counts. Why are you complaining?
Yeah.
Like, this is why, there are a lot of like side ways of making, like, for instance, like if you pay more attention to your merch game, things like that.
Exactly.
Like you guys have an amazing merch spread, if I'm, being completely honest.
thank you. Yeah.
So like when you can take advantage of shit like that, you have no reason to complain.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, that's how most, all entertainers make money. I mean, not a lot of the big rappers or whatever, they don't make most of their money off the plays and stuff. You got to go out there and tour. So it's more important to get out and get on good tours and shows.
Be a little bit of everything.
Pretty recently, actually, that most bands nowadays, they're not like musicians. They're just t-shirt companies that make music on the side.
Literally.
I've heard that argument a lot, actually.
They're marketers. They're marketers that just make music on the side.
Yeah, the music videos are your commercials.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Sport the drip. I gotta wear it.
As long as it's gruesome, I'll fucking wear it. Gruesome, sexual, I'll fucking wear it. I don't give a shit.
I've gotten very basic over the years. Just wear these plain black shirts most of the time. I want to just like fill like nice t-shirt designs on the walls. That sounds more appealing to me, like making my room look like Hot Topic than actually going around wearing the merch.
Rest in
I
peace.
was just about to make that joke, Pat, that we did the last interview. Pat, you're a dad now. That's why you're getting boring. You're a dad now.
Yeah, that's how it works, right?
You get boring.
Yeah, you put on an extra 60, 70 pounds, all right in the gut. I'm not speaking from experience or anything. That's not literally what's happening in my life. No big deal.
I feel that.
Now, tell me a little bit more about the new album. I'm really hyped for the new album. I think it's a big step up from the EP, and I thought the EP was pretty fucking spectacular. But tell me a little bit about the process of like getting this done, because it has been about 3 years since you guys have put anything out. So I'm curious, kind of like if there were specific roadblocks or anything like that that you can kind of tell me about.
Yes. So I actually moved out of state like right after the EP was done. So I had to like fly back and forth for like living and stuff.
Yikes.
Yeah. And that was like, that threw some roadblocks.
Yeah, and if we like played a big show that we booked a couple months out, obviously, like just opening for a big band coming through, you have to fly out and then you'd be gone the next day and just play it,
Yeah. And that was a ridiculous obstacle. But now we all live in the same city again.
Yeah.
So like after that happened, like we could just start writing more frequently. And we did that quite a bit. And that's how the album was made. And yeah, it was just,
we were still kind of in like the trying to figure our shit out phase after the EP came out. So the writing process was a little slow still when we were trying to like, figure out the album and stuff. And once he came back, we kind of just like kicked it into higher gear and like kind of made a plan for it and got like a timeline kind of, figured out for what we wanted to do and like writing wise and what we wanted to do with the album. And we really sped up there in the last like 6 months and kind of polished it off and recorded it with the God Mike Som once again.
Shout out to Mike Som.
And
for those 3-ish years, we were like as soon as we dropped the EP, we kind of just got DIY tour crazy, which was both fun and not in a lot of ways because we were just doing our own tours and just playing our EP front to back, literally all over the country, and playing for sometimes decent shows and a lot of times 5 kids, and it was an experience. I'm glad we did it, but we really wanted the album to try to get us out there more so we could try to have better opportunities. So we really buckled down the last year before it to really get it done.
Do you have like a favorite lineup or like a favorite like tour moment?
Oh man,
I'm sure you guys all have your own individuals.
Yeah. Do you want to go?
I mean, my favorite tour we've done was with our friends at Kill. That was a doozy.
That was
rough.
That was a both amazing / terrible tour. It was basically in the South for like 2.5 weeks, like everywhere in the South, like 6 Texas states, and it was so fucking hot. Our van had no AC, and
those are the best.
Yep.
Man, we accidentally lit our pillows on fire.
Oh man!
Like,
So
if you guys have ever heard of Kill, they're the band that parties, man. So we're trying to keep up with them every night.
that's the first mistake. You don't keep up.
Yeah, don't keep up. Don't.
It was ridiculous. There's some fun guys.
But I need to know how you accidentally lit your pillows on fire.
Oh, that's
Okay, so we're pulling in. I want to say it's Austin, Texas. We got a show that night.
We're like an hour away from
We're like an hour away, and we're in some traffic. And I'm driving, and I have a cigarette, and I actually had flipped it out the window, but we were going just fast enough that I didn't notice it had swooped up into the open window. So then it's sitting there.
Oh.
And mind you, we're all trying to get out this fucking van. So all of us are sitting up front, you know what I mean? Because we're like ready to bail out this hot ass van. We're all keep passing out and shit. And all of a sudden we start smelling shit. And I swear to God, I literally go, that Texas barbecue, like a fucking joke, right? And then Nick just looks over his shoulder, and we all look, and the fucking pillows are on fire, dude. And we just start fucking
like half
melted, like they were on fire. I just had to sleep on this burnt ass pillow the rest of the tour.
Oh my God, can you imagine? Oh, I love that burnt Texas. I love that barbecue Texas, and the whole van behind you is on fire. Oh, fuck. Shit.
Oh my God, I can't even pick it up, I swear.
That's fucking great. You nearly avoided a van fire, and that's
like in the middle of, oh my God, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, it was like
ship or
July or something. In
Yeah, it
Texas.
was like 100 degrees
Texas
everywhere we were going.
So was this in July? I don't know. I want to make a weird like Texas in July joke, but it's not gonna hit. No, man.
Yeah, that was another good one. Actually the EP release tour we did was super fun because it wasn't like excruciatingly hot. It was with our buddies in poolside at the Flamingo, and that was just like a whole West Coast tour we did. Got to play a couple good festivals. We played this one really sick show at the Hard Rock Casino in Tahoe.
Yeah, that was great.
It was like cow decapitation and
The Faceless was on there.
Yeah. What was that other awesome super sick brutal death metal band?
Dude, Condemned. Yeah.
Super sick, man. Yeah, that was a good one. But we've done a lot of other little runs and stuff here too. So
Yeah, we played Roswell once, just like as a one-off date.
Which was don't ever visit
Don't ever play there.
Like, it's just
What's wrong with Roswell?
it's depressing. It's just in the middle of New Mexico, and its claim to fame is, I guess it used to be popular for UFO sightings
Yep.
back in
Now-
those-
Yeah.
Now it's
So,
all coming to me.
Yeah, man, they milk it, man. Their McDonald's is that. I mean, everywhere is that, and it's one street, the whole place. So
surrounded by like,
I was just
desert.
depressed in New Mexico for a day.
I mean, I'm depressed. I'm in. I'm already depressed. Let's get it.
Exactly. It was not helping.
I can't be any more depressed as I am now. Let's get it.
Challenge accepted. New Mexico was literally like challenge accepted. We're gonna make you feel worse.
Oh, sick, dude.
No, the last time I was in New Mexico, I actually got approached by some rando asking me if I knew where to get black tar heroin.
That sounds about right.
That's all you need to know about New Mexico, period.
Dude, there's a whole show dedicated to the meth trade of New Mexico.
Stop, no. Actually, it took me a second to realize which show you're talking about, Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Such a good show. Such a good show.
Yeah. I actually recently went down there and took pictures in front of that house. And like the lady is really like constantly pissed off that people are taking photos in front of her house. So she was just like, get off my fucking lawn.
That poor woman.
I'm so sorry.
That poor woman.
I know. Like
pizza, the roof. Come on.
She has like a full gate around her house.
Oh yeah. No, I saw pictures of it. It's like, yeah, but you got to understand, you bought a house that was on a very popular TV show.
Yeah.
She actually owned it before they shot, and she allowed them to like film in the house.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You shouldn't have done that. That was a terrible mistake.
Yeah. I mean, people don't own the Drake and Josh place either. Like when they filmed Drake and Josh, the Nicktoons or whatever.
I just always assume that those are like, some warehouse building with like 3 or 4
No,
rooms.
it's a real fucking house, bro. It's a real house. It's just nobody lives in it. It's just destroyed now. Like everybody goes into it and smashes shit in it. So it's like
that's crazy.
Why would you destroy an icon house? Like I don't understand.
I mean, I definitely wasted too much of my time watching that show, for sure.
I don't think so. But that show was fucking lit. That show was lit.
That Drake and Josh is just one of those shows I don't like to admit that I did fuck with. Just like iCarly. iCarly.
All right, I can see iCarly. iCarly.
All the like Nickelodeon shows from that time, I'm ashamed to admit that I liked.
Well, the thing is, the director for those shows is just a fucking pedophile, so that doesn't help either.
Yeah,
a weird pedophile that likes feet. So
you can like feet without being a pedophile. That'd be nice. Just saying, like
pretty cool.
Yeah. So, who in the band likes feet?
All of us.
What?
What?
That's it. Everybody pull up your recent Google searches. I need to know. Oh, this is great. Do you have like a favorite band that you've toured with?
Oh, Kill for sure.
Yeah, I'd probably be Kill.
Yeah. They're just so tight live. Like it's hard not to like them. Also Poolside at the Flamingo like are incredibly talented musicians, like individually and also as a unit. So that was pretty cool.
I'm just entranced by that band name. I've never heard of these guys.
Yeah, me either. It just sounds like an amazing name.
They've been around for like almost a decade and a half or something like that.
Well, I mean, look them up now then. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Where are they from?
Here in middle school.
They're from Fort Collins, Colorado.
I don't think I've been up that way.
Yeah, they were like pretty popping, like I don't know, mid 2000s, late 2000s, and then they kind of like were inactive for a while, and they put a new album out like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe now, and that's when we did that tour with them. And but yeah, they're still like a grindcore band. They're sick, super sick.
Oh, grindcore, man.
I'm sold. You've told me that they party. They're grindcore. This sounds like a fun project to me.
They're great.
Now, I'm curious. Is there like a storyline to this album?
There's not a storyline. Honestly, like instead of like a theme, it's more like vibe based, and like we really just wanted to like put out just like a front to back, like nonstop, super aggressive, like every song banger kind of album.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of wanted like the lyrics to kind of like just fit the vibe of the music and not concentrate on like writing narratives or like, topic based stuff or like story based stuff. Instead, just have it be like, really just emotionally driven lyrics, kind of like poetry based versus like, narrative based kind of stuff. And I think that it complements the music really well and vice versa. So that's the gist of that.
For some reason, the album cover just gives me that vibe like this is a concept album, but it's very sick artwork. I definitely fuck with it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Kalen's the man.
Yeah, Kalen is master for real. Yeah, we just kind of wanted the artwork to reflect that too, just be really ominous and kind of mysterious and not over the top, but still getting the point across. And I think it meshes really well with the sound too.
This is one of those albums where I actually can't even tell if the drums are live or not.
Well, that's good.
Well, that's good. Thank you.
And there are written ideas that, months prior before we'd actually go out to the studio, we'd mic up the kit, play along the riffs, and then we'd MIDI them out ourselves. And so they are MIDI on the record, yes.
No, but I don't know what it is. I can't tell if it's like the way that the drums were written or if it was just good sample selection, but I wasn't convinced that they were produced.
That's great.
It'd be really fucked up. He's like, yeah, I actually didn't drum whatsoever on this album. I just did this.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time on that because obviously that's the base of like
the drums are what we spend the most time on.
The insanity and like the aggression and like the the vibe that we try to go for.
I think that like drums are what gives away or like I heard Joey Sturgis recently say that it's kicks and snares that sell albums now. Ever since I heard that, I like really resonated with me.
Yeah, it totally makes sense, honestly.
I mean, he can make a call. He makes like 30,000 a record now. So,
well, we all deserve a refund for that Attack album.
I actually didn't even hear it, and
Well,
I've
the
been
album
meaning
isn't
to.
out yet. I'm just going based purely off of the last 2 songs they put out. I'm just not impressed.
No, not my thing either.
yeah, they keep on
They're
hyping.
bringing me back to high school. This is bullshit.
Hey, I wanted nostalgia. This is not nostalgia. It's funny because like I actually really kind of like I'm so torn about the newest one. I think it's like Barakuya, whatever.
I haven't listened to it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But that first song just really pissed me off to the point where I'm just like, I don't know if I can enjoy the new stuff. It's gonna be like a year before I can.
I think I listened to, like
Over
the first one and
And
like turned it off.
I just turned it off immediately. I can't do it. I heard it on my phone and I threw my phone out the window. This was some bullshit.
Just don't fuck with crowdcore. That's what it really comes down to. I didn't like it to begin with. Oh man.
Who's even in that band anymore? Like, didn't they lose like their vocalist and like?
I have no
They're-
idea.
I think Attack lost everything.
It's a shell of its former self.
It
That's fine.
just shows that they lost everything, and they're like that father trying to get this relationship back between his kids. It's
Oh my
like that.
God. You're making it sound so desperate.
Kind of coming off that way.
Yeah.
No, I think their drummer's the only like original member, and I don't know if he's like a founding member or not. I really don't know. But that's all I know about that. It's just funny. It's just comical to me. But hey, we're here to talk about what I don't even is like technical deathcore like the best like category to put you guys in. I don't even know.
Man,
That's what we kind of like, go by for the most part, I guess. But there's like 10,000 deathcore, death metal genres
I
nowadays.
feel like we veered away from it more on this album than the EP because I think the EP is more ridiculous sounding, or it's like the drumming and everything. But
Right.
I feel like we tried to be more listen friendly and not as chaotic on this. So, but it still has its moments. So we just kind of stick with the whole tech deathcore thing.
And I fuck with it. I'm still waiting for a new
Yeah.
Archetype or Arcspire record.
The dudes are next level. I think they actually just recorded that.
Yeah, they did actually.
Yeah.
Denver.
You did?
Yeah, they record up in Denver. They come and they stay here for I don't know, usually a month. They record.
Was it aborted or
Dave Otero? I think.
No, it's the-
aborted or
It's Archspire.
Yeah.
They usually come up and stay in Denver and record their album. So I'm pretty sure they have them done already.
I mean, I'd be hyped for either of those bands dropping a new album like now, like yesterday. Let's do
Yeah.
it. I know Job for a Cowboy is supposed to be putting out some new music sometime, but they've been talking about that for like 6 months to a year now.
Yeah, actually, right today. Yeah, I think Naveen is doing the drums on it. The guy from
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting because that guy shreds. So I can only imagine what they'll write.
I don't know who that guy is, to be honest.
Animosity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the drummer for
Okay.
Animosity.
Definitely fuck with that.
But what happened to John Rice? Because that guy was also incredible.
He's in Behemoth, isn't
He like filled in for Behemoth for a while. But yeah.
I feel like all drummers are also kind of like fill-in drummers for like 8 to 10 different bands.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hard
Is
to come back.
that something that you go
noticed.
through?
I've gone through it. Yes, not
Yeah,
currently.
totally.
I'm only playing 2 now, obviously, but yeah, I have played for multiple bands before. They were short-lived.
I got a feeling that that'll make a comeback, once touring starts again.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah.
Especially when it comes to touring, man, because you like the tour, people are gonna take you to the drum. So
So you guys are definitely road dogs.
if we can do a good tour, we're gonna do it. We did, like I said, we did all the DIY ones, 3 or 4, whatever it was, and we're trying to kind of get to the next step in touring now. But we definitely want to.
It'd be nice. But we could sit here and dwell on that horrible, depressing topic for hours.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Shit.
Yeah, we're still kind of like, we're not gonna jump right back into it yet. We're kind of focusing on some other stuff still, before we start hitting the road again and playing shows. Maybe get another release out soon, potentially, which we're working on, and maybe like towards the end of the year, get back to playing shows and stuff about like more often.
Yeah. Sounds about nice. Because I know that Texas has opened up in a lot of ways, but I just don't think that the world really is ready just yet.
Yeah, for sure. You got to think of the amount of people that don't even want to, even if you show are they even going to go out, And I've been reading a lot about a lot of these tours that were getting announced, the bigger ones.
Yeah.
I like, radio artists, they've been jacking up the prices trying to make up for lost money. So it's like, yikes. I hope that's not going to be the next thing, but it might. Maybe tickets for even bands like us will be more expensive, It's not like we're big or anything. Who knows?
I feel bad for the local bands because like they're the ones that are like really kind of caught and they have to really figure shit out. So like in a way I kind of empathize, but I also feel like they're kind of getting the like kick in the ass that they probably need to make them either nut up or shut up.
Yeah, true.
Especially if your band's still getting like tickets to sell like locally.
Yeah.
Be a little bit more motivation for sure.
Yeah. We also still got to worry about the actual opening up of everybody in different states now. Because like especially with this vaccine going around too, there are the 2 different versions of the vaccine or something like that.
Yeah. And now people are hesitant to even get vaccines because like Johnson & Johnson's out here like killing people.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very, very hesitant about getting the vaccine. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very hesitant.
Yeah.
Very hesitant.
Well, the fact that fucking the guy from Metallica, fucking James Hetfield, is like the fact that he's talking about being anxious about it is kind of like becoming an article in itself.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's saying what everybody else is thinking. So, I mean, we're all a little bit hesitant because it's not like, we're all ready to just jump straight into, dying or anything. Maybe some of us are. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody.
I'm suicidal, but I'm pretty scared about it. So I'm just going to chill here. I'm just going to chill right here.
You don't realize you just described so many people right there.
I just described myself, Pat. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm very suicidal, but I'm very scared of it. So I'm just going to chill. I'm just vibing.
Talk about dark humor.
I mean,
I can go there.
we go there. I apologize, guys. Welcome to the New Music Podcast. We kind of go there.
Hey, at least I didn't say a dead dad joke yet. Chill.
Hey, Hey,
Yeah, you stop.
those are better when they're surprises, though.
That's very true.
When you just catch somebody out of left field with like, yeah, but that fucker's 6 deep. It's way better.
Oh shit.
Who did you go to do your album?
His name's Mike Som. He works up in Portland, a studio called Dream Awake Audio, or at least that's what he goes by on Instagram.
Dream Awake Audio?
Yeah, he does
Okay.
a lot of good bands though, man. We don't really foresee ourselves going to anyone else. He's our boy, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's worked. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he
think
doesn't
he
want
did.
us to fans.
He did the drums for, I want to say, Chelsea Grin record. I just don't remember which one it was exactly. The one with the girl's face.
Oh,
Self-employed.
Whatever that one is, like.
I can't remember it.
I know Angel Maker records with a different guy at the same studio.
He's worked like with them.
He's like worked with them. I think he helped them on their latest record a little bit as well, self-titled.
Yo, Angel Maker's like up here trying to compete with Slipknot as far as members.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think they've had 7 for quite a long time.
Well, they just added Johnny from Carcosa, didn't they?
Oh,
like their
yeah,
third
maybe
guitarist now.
Yeah, 'cause they have 3
Jesus
guitars.
Christ.
It's like 8 dudes.
3 guitarists, a bassist, a drummer, and 2 vocalists.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You got Johnny, who's a hell of a fucking vocalist by himself.
Exactly.
So I don't know how much more talent you can put in one band.
They do the whole
For real.
duo vocalist thing incredibly.
I mean, not with that attitude. They can add so much more if you really wanted it.
Oh God. Well, I mean, we can go BD 400 with it. I'm honestly fucking hyped. I can't wait to hear that fucking 400 vocalist track.
Oh
Like
yeah.
the final mix of that. That's gonna be so sick.
Should be interesting.
Look, all right, I'm so hyped that I have 3 seconds on it. I've got 3 seconds on it.
Dude, nice. I feel bad for Brest to fucking put all that shit in there.
Literally. It's like here's like a bunch of people. Go.
He's gonna have to have a computer or
It's
something.
not even a song. It's 37 minutes long.
It's a whole album.
Yeah, it's like
An album. It's not it's one track apparently. He's doing 37 minutes for like one full track. All I'm saying, man, is he better fucking put like timestamps in like the YouTube
I was just about to
description,
say,
because
that's
that's
gonna
all
take
people are going to
a
want to do
while.
is, swipe through to find which vocalist they know so they can hear
Yeah,
their
I'm
part.
sure they'll have to do that. They have to. So
It's just so
kind of important.
like, God bless whoever has to edit that and or put timestamps. Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure Fred did all of it. I don't know. He was the one that DM'd me about it. I don't know. He had like a whole like Google spreadsheet for like every vocalist's part. You get these 3 seconds. You get these 5 seconds. Your line is sinking, but your line is the.
That's crazy. He has it really mapped out. That's nuts.
It was like a full like PowerPoint presentation. It looked like an Excel spreadsheet.
It's gonna sound crazy with just all the different vocalists like doing one syllables back to back and shit. It'll probably sound super sick.
That's why I'm hyped for it, because like I've never heard of anything like this before.
I want to hear the mix. That's gonna be cool.
Well, I have the instrumental pre-pro. I could show you guys that.
Okay,
But
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it literally just sounds like a 37-minute breakdown. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's what it sounds like.
Oh, God.
I mean, you gotta keep it heavy. You gotta give everyone some shit in there.
Oh yeah. Especially if it's 37 minutes and there's 400 people on this bitch. Like, you need to.
I don't think that was what they originally aimed for. I think they only wanted like 300 or something when they first started it, but he just kept getting so many people hitting him up to be on it that he was just like, fuck it. If we're going to go there, we're going to go all the way. 'Cause originally the idea was to break a world record. That's all I know.
Oh, it's definitely gonna happen.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah.
Some hip hop artist in LA is sitting there going, we can beat that. You know how many words I can cram into 3 seconds? Let's fucking do this.
Jesus Christ.
We're gonna fucking go there. We're gonna fucking go there.
I low key want to hear it too. Just to hear it.
let's make it happen. 400 rappers on one song.
All right, we're starting it right now.
Yeah, we've already put it into the ether. We said it on a podcast. It's gonna happen tomorrow.
I'm surprised it hasn't already happened, to be completely honest.
I could
But then
probably
again,
find
there's
it.
so many different like ways that people rap, and there's so many different sounds that people rap to. So it's like I can see why it hasn't happened yet, or who knows, could be wrong.
Yeah.
Well, now like it's not entirely uncommon to see like 4 or 5 features on one hip hop song.
That's true.
So for that reason, I'm like, why not do this a little bit in the metal industry?
Yeah, features are really out there nowadays. I feel like they used to mean a little more back then.
Well, it was harder. You had to actually network.
Exactly.
Now we got Featured X. Just go to one website. It's all right
Yep.
there.
Yeah, that's killing it.
I love it.
What you drinking on?
I'm drinking this guy right here. Good old Yinling.
Feeling nice.
Nice. Fire.
Is that like the oldest brewery?
I think.
I'm drinking an IPA, Harpoon.
Oh, nice.
America's oldest brewery. It probably isn't gonna read it. Yeah,
Yeah, probably not.
whatever. I'm just
We're alcoholics.
It's just- you have no idea.
yeah.
I put a thing. I have a new series on TikTok, on my TikTok, trying new beers. So yes, I am very alcoholic.
He's very excited about it.
It's not doing great, but I'm enjoying it.
That's what matters, is that you're having fun. Like that, I feel like I'm telling people all the time, like, stop worrying about your metrics and shit. Just have a good time
Exactly.
making content. I keep telling myself I'm gonna make a video, like an anti-guru video, because you've got all these different social media marketers telling you gotta post 6 times a day, otherwise no one's gonna even know you exist. I'm sorry, that's just not gonna work for everybody.
That's going to saturate them, and then no one's going to care because you post it frequently.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I think what they're doing is they're trying to convince people to push themselves into a certain corner so that they can excel.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We're giving you
Fucking
bad advice on
mindfuck.
purpose.
I mean, it also depends on. I mean, I can see where that would work because it depends on what content you make. Like, if a lot of people like your content, like that that content that you're creating, not just you, just the content that you're creating, then people would want more. So I can see why he says that, but it's like, yeah, people are gonna like hate you because it's like, all right, now you're just spamming.
No,
You gotta
people are
chill.
just going to get annoyed with you. I think what social media marketers don't understand is how easy it is to be annoyed with a creator on a certain platform, and how easy it is to click that block button or just turn off notifications from this person and stuff like that. Like, I think that's like something that, like, even if you like that person's content, you could get so annoyed with seeing their face all the time on your like whatever your social is.
Mhm.
As long as I don't see the Paul brothers, I'm fine.
Yo. All right, fair enough. All right, fair enough.
Sick of seeing them fucking people.
Since our last interview, I actually looked into those guys. They are.
Why?
I can see why you have a problem with them.
Why would you?
I didn't know who the fuck we were talking about.
Exactly. You should keep it that way.
I'm beginning to feel like I should have,
No.
but you can't
No
tell
one
me
should.
I have to know shit. You know what I mean? If I don't know it, I'm gonna look it up.
That was a bad idea.
I realize that now. So what do you guys drink?
I'm a sour beer dude.
Ew.
I love any and all sour.
Immediate shot him down. Just ew. I don't like it.
Everyone does. I have to fight everyone about it.
That's it. We're throwing hands. I'm done.
I receive Patrick.
It's all right.
Pat, those hands are rated E for everyone. Get
That's
your
okay.
ass out of here.
Look, I can't help it. I just can't fuck with sours. Every sour I've ever had has given me an upset stomach.
Oh, I get it, man. Like, you either like them or you don't. I've never met anyone in between.
I don't mind. Actually, I am the one in between because I don't mind it until you get to the bottom of it, and then it's like, okay, I don't want this anymore.
Man.
That'd be nice and cold.
True.
Like slush showers, they're like almost a slushy beer.
Slush
I don't
hour?
think I personally have not had a slushy beer. I'm not gonna lie to you personally.
Don't do it.
Do it?
Headache City. Don't do it.
I've never had it, so I
I
don't know.
had when I lived in Arizona, there was a bar on Mill Avenue that I went to that served a beerita. Don't ever drink a fucking beerita.
No.
Don't do that to yourself.
I immediately stopped drinking to figure out what the fuck you just told me.
It's
Beer.
literally a Coronita upside down, poured upside down in a slushy. That's like already a booze slushy. So I don't know what they put in it. Probably vodka, but
My face is in disgust. So I'm
yeah,
just
it's
gonna
fucking
continue.
awful. First and foremost, and second of all, it just gives you a headache. You don't even get buzzed. You just get a headache. So any dumb college kid who thought that was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a beerita. No. Have fun. I'll see you in the bathroom later. I'll stick to Yinling, and if I'm feeling fancy, I will get a Lagunita.
There you
I'll
go.
just stick to my IPAs or hard liquor.
Really depends on like what you're doing though too. Like if
That's true. Yeah.
if, like you're doing yard work or something, like
Fuck, I'm going for the hard stuff. Let's get it. I'm
just-
going to enjoy this yard work.
If I get too drunk off the hard stuff too soon, man, I can never last more than an hour and a half.
Well, if I'm about to take a shower, a beerita sounds about right.
Honestly, it depends on what hard stuff I'm drinking to where it hits me fast. But most of the stuff I drink hits me like later on, and it hits you all at once. Like you get punched in the mouth immediately later on. Those are the stuff that I usually drink. So
Highest APV for the lowest dollar value. That's how I used to drink anyway. That's how I used to drink. I was like, can I get something above 10 APV, 10%, and not spend more than $2?
let me get this shitty beer that will practically kill me in a couple of drinks. Let's get
You
it.
remember the night I bought that fucking like corn whiskey?
That was disgusting. I don't know what was. I
Corn
don't know what your.
syrup whiskey.
I don't know
This
what
is
your
a
problem
bad
was.
idea. It was a bottle for $7. I should have known when it was only $7.
Oh my god, cheap
Still
is
tried
never
it.
good with alcohol, in my opinion.
Not with liquor, for sure.
No, not with liquor. No.
we went through a phase where we like would get those Kentucky Deluxe fits. They're like it's the worst. They're like $5.
That sounds terrible.
We used to drink a lot of Sailor Jerry too, but all that shit's gone.
I love Sailor Jerry.
I don't think I've had it before.
For real, it is. You don't be drinking that shit anymore.
Yeah,
Like that.
true.
We've got a whiskey, or not a whiskey, a spiced rum up here that's around 93 proof. It's a little bit better than Sailor Jerry's. It's called Blackheart, and that has become
Oh
my
Jesus!
favorite. That has become my favorite liquor of all time.
You ever had that octopus rum?
Isn't that
Kraken.
Oh,
Kraken.
Kraken? I don't
Oh,
think
Come
I
up with that.
have.
It's super smooth. Super smooth.
Can't do wrong.
Me.
Yeah.
Honestly, in my opinion, if you can drink Jaeger straight, you can drink anything. In my honest
Stop.
opinion, I'm
Stop
sorry.
telling people to drink
I'm
Jaeger straight.
sorry. I'm not
Kyle.
saying no. I never said you. I never said drink Jaeger straight. I never said that. I'm just saying if you do, you can drink anything, and that's what I do. I drink it straight, so I can't.
So if you like black licorice, you can drink
I
anything.
fucking
Is that
hate
what you're
black
pretty much saying?
licorice. I
Stop.
fucking hate black licorice, but I'll drink Jaeger.
You're so confusing right now.
I'm. Do you know me?
Yes. That's
Black licorice is so good.
it is.
I am.
I'll eat
I'm
a
not a fan of black licorice, but Jaeger I'll drink all day. I haven't had
Maybe
it
you're
in a
just
hot
a
minute.
fucking like low key. You're probably just like a vampire. You're into that deer blood part.
The goat and deers for the fucking Jaeger blood.
I haven't had a
Jaeger
Jaeger bomb in
bomb.
years.
No.
Honestly, Jaeger bombs are fucking good. Just 'cause
Yeah.
Oh, I love them. I love them so much.
they're candy. That's what I think.
I kind of want to do that, but with Bang and Bacardi.
Oh my
I'd
god.
so much rather do that.
Oh my god.
Bang with Bacardi.
Bang and Bacardi. Because Bacardi, like you get the dragon fruit Bacardi, that'd probably work. And
Oh
then,
man,
Well, what flavor Bang would you have with it?
probably the black cherry, just because that's my favorite right now. Radical Scatical is probably my second, and then my third would be Miami Cola. I've gotten really into Bang lately.
Yeah, they're connoisseur of Bang. It sounds like.
Not really.
I mean,
I'd fuck with it.
like I said, Pat, that new Red Bull Dragon Fruit, that one's probably my favorite.
Nope.
I like
Don't do
green.
Red Bull.
They just came out with it because I thought it was my green apple, and they got rid of the green apple, which I was pissed about. The green apple was my favorite, but then because it's the same color, so I was like, "Oh shit, green apple!" So I grabbed it, and then as soon as I opened it and I tasted it, and I looked at it, I was like, "Fuck, this is dragon fruit. This is really fucking good."
No Red Bull for me. No thanks.
I fucks with Red Bull. I can't do Monster because I hate the smell. I hate the smell of Monster. I don't know why. I just hate it.
I just think of the guys we used to work with.
That's just tobacco cigarettes and Red
And
Monster.
BO.
That's-
And
yeah, and
BO.
BO. Yeah.
reminds me of high school.
Oh God.
Wait, were you also the kind of person who had to like go chug your Monster Energy drink before you went and took like a midterm or something?
No, never.
Okay, then
No.
I should just immediately send myself out. No worries.
I grew,
Yeah,
up,
put yourself out. The door's behind you.
I grew up in Maine, and there was like people that I went to high school with that got like monster tattoos and shit. So
Oh God.
that kind
Oh
of
God. I love Maine. I haven't been there in years. I just love Maine in general. But
were beautiful.
very beautiful state.
Seafood.
I mean, seafood's really good.
You need a lobster there. $5.
$5,000. Here you go.
Yeah, no, not enough food. Too much work to get to the food. I don't know. Never been big on seafood. I'm sorry. What do you want from me?
I love me some clams. Those are my favorite. Clams are my favorite.
I mean, I fuck with sushi.
I fuck with sushi too.
You guys know what Rocky Mountain oysters are?
Yes.
I
idea.
believe I do.
No idea.
Take a gander.
Oh God.
Big ass oysters. I don't know.
That's cow balls.
Bulls
Cow
test.
balls?
Yeah.
I'd try it.
I
I'd try it.
like I say every time, I try anything once. Honestly.
Apparently, they're really good cooked. Honestly, heard that.
Yeah, food wise, I'll try anything once. Anything if once. As long as you don't tell me what it is until after I eat it, I'll be
Yo,
fine.
Kyle, then you wouldn't really try anything once, because then I gotta lie to you about what it is. I gotta give you the placebo.
Or
effect.
just put it in front of me and say, eat this. Okay. And then after I'm eating it, you'll be like, hey, it's this.
By the way, this is a deer testicle.
Fuck it. If I like it, fuck it. I don't care.
I don't look.
The 8-month Fear Factor, like back in the day.
I just saw Fear Factor as like a challenge. Like, all right, I kind of want to do this just because.
No.
I always wanted to do it.
But I know I'm gonna fail every physical one. And I'm fine with that.
I don't.
I
Gotta
can't do
hold my breath for 10 seconds? Nope.
I'm an asthmatic. I can't do that shit. Fuck out of here.
You just leave.
I'm gonna see my way out.
Me. All right, you have to hold your breath for 10 seconds. I have my inhaler in my hand. All right, peace. Peace. I'm out. I can't do it.
hitting it on the way out.
You motherfuckers are crazy.
It was
Oh,
always
shit.
the weird food
God
challenge.
damn it! I could have just used this. God
Yo,
damn it.
you've actually got your inhaler
I
next
had
to
the
you.
prop.
Why did I always kind of like think that the food challenges weren't that bad?
The ones that are the worst are when they have to like spit into like a cup and fill it up.
Oh yeah, that fucking
That's just
shit.
gross. But I mean, getting stuff down, just having to eat it, that's not as bad, I don't think.
Yeah, I remember that too. It's like they were like they're putting this disgusting grayish shit in their mouth, and they're like, "Yeah, you just swim over there, don't drink it, but put it in your mouth, and then swim all the way back, throw it in a cup just for your friend to drink it."
Yeah,
What?
that's disgusting.
Oh man, it makes me gag thinking about it.
I'm not a baby bird. I'm not doing that shit. Fuck out of here. It's not happening.
What's her name? I'll think about it.
I hate you so much.
I'll think about it. That's about as far as I'm probably gonna go with that.
Thank you. Keep it at that.
Keeping you at arm's length, though.
No. Get the fuck away from me.
Why not? Why not? Oh man. I feel like I should have more questions about the album itself. Like, do you have a favorite song off the record? I'm sure you guys each have your own favorite.
Yeah, I'd say mine is probably the title track. I really liked that we put that at the beginning. I just have that pattern.
And like Saprophytic is really cool too.
Yeah, that's probably another favorite for sure.
I think mine's probably Dead Reflections, just because I love how it just starts off with the slam vocal and the blast beat. Just super ear pleasing.
Fuck with that.
Oh yeah.
It's fun because this is definitely a good album to have on CD and just listen to like casually, because it, like, I know some people would complain about like from front to back having like sounding kind of similar, but it's like super cohesive. So in a way, I kind of like, for me, this is definitely an album type album, not like a singles type album.
Yeah,
Good. That's definitely what we wanted to do. Like, we wanted to have some variance in the songs, obviously, which is why we tried to like add a little bit more, solo-esque parts and some more melodic based parts instead of just constant chugs and blast beat sections. But we also wanted them to be like all similar and just have it to be a front to back experience, like you said. So
also from like a live perspective, we played The Prophet for years live, and you have times you can notice that it's just a little bit like too chaotic for people because it's just a mess of like blast beats going, with like a bunch of double bass. So we wanted to make it like more live friendly, which I think this album, like all of these have nice tempo parts for people to be able to get down to and appreciate more, versus people kind of staring at you because they just don't really know what's going. If they're like, harder to listen to that EP because it just sounds like chaotic. Where I think this is more universally pleasing.
No, I can definitely see that because
Yeah.
And when you've toured on a record enough times, you are paying attention to the crowd. I don't care what anybody says. You're paying attention to what they're getting hyped about.
Yeah, and it sucks that
notes.
you have to wait like 3 songs in for the really hard breakdown that finally gets everyone. I'd rather have all that every song versus the one, beginning song being just chaotic, 300 fucking BPM the whole time. People don't really know what to do. You know what I mean? They just watch you, but want a little bit more.
Look at that drummer go. No, that's me with like fucking Infinite Annihilator videos. I just can't. It's like, no, that's too much.
Yeah. So yeah,
I love it, but like, but we're also talking about a band that will never play live.
Yeah, I mean, I don't ever foresee Aaron wanting to do that to himself every night. It just would
Oh
not be
Jesus
fun.
Christ, no.
No, he would literally need to do crack before every set in order to have the energy to keep up with himself.
You'd have to do a fat ass line just to even think about doing that.
In between each song.
Literally.
Drink a couple Bang Bacardis.
Yeah. Dude.
Yeah. Couple banging Bacardis, see? No.
There you go.
Y'all ever had a bang Bacardi?
That's the secret.
That's the fucking secret.
The sad part is somebody's going to hear this and go try this later, and I fucking empathize for you and your stomach later.
I'm going to message you like, what the fuck? This does not go well.
This is not
This is not what I thought it would be.
I thought you wanted a heart attack while also not being able to walk. I thought that's what you wanted.
Just a regular heart attack. Like,
Oh, well then water's fine.
oh my
Water's
fucking
fine, thank
gosh.
you. Oh my god. I know I asked this before, but do you have like a favorite like tour story or like a moment on the road that you think is a funny story?
Other than the pillow.
Other than
the
the
whole-
pillow.
The whole back of the van going into flames.
One time I had to, we call it the Dunkin' Donuts story. I had to pee in the middle of the night on the highway going 80 in a Dunkin' Donuts bottle, or I was going to fucking pee all over. So
Been there.
I'm driving,
I've been there.
and Dan's asleep. I got my buddy Jesse next to me. I say, hey, where's the next gas station? He said, stop for like 80 miles. I'm like, dude, I'm about to fucking piss myself. Then Dan wakes up. What's wrong? I'm like, dude, I'm about to piss myself. We go another 10 minutes. I said, fuck it. Hand me a cup. Hand me that Dunkin' Donuts.
We just like
They handed me it, dude. I just, as I'm driving, just stood up while I'm driving, threw my pants down, just fucking peed in that cup. Could have killed us.
It'd be really fucked up if you didn't tell anybody that you did that and someone was like, oh shit, coffee?
Right?
Bro.
Oh,
No,
that'd be
if you
so
look at a
fucked
fucking
up.
Dunkin' Donuts cup of piss and you
No.
wait, was
Oh,
it one of
it's
the fucking like the hot cups?
I don't know. I know it's
No,
a
it
tour
was
in a
one of
van.
those like iced coffee.
Yeah, it was one of the
like,
iced ones.
Oh,
like,
this
yeah.
you
You
see
can
through
see
ones?
through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
we like weren't willing to pull over for some reason, but
it was gonna happen. Like, the moment I said you need to hand me the cup, it was like life or death.
Yeah.
It's either that or I pissed off the driver's seat.
Literally.
Or I'm literally gonna piss out the window.
You're in a foreign band though if you don't have a bunch of pee bottles all laying around.
Yeah. Everybody needs a couple.
Everyone
For
does.
sure. I
Our
remember
buddy
when,
Spencer bit from Kill. He bit a gecko's head off, like a dead one, in a parking lot one time.
it was like one of the first days of tour. We like pulled into this mall to like go chill for a little while, and we went inside to cool off, and then we walked back out like a few hours before the show, and there's like we're hanging out by the vans, and there's just like this big dead like lizard like fried in the sun. We're like, oh man, like someone should bite the head off that thing. And he like jokingly, you know, like, and he just goes over and picks it up, looks at it, and just like bites the thing's fucking head right off. And we're all just like, what? Like, all right, this is real. This is real.
This is a thing that I just witnessed.
all right, Ozzy.
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
a
straight up.
Christ.
lot of dumb stuff with them on that tour. Like we even got into a rock fight in a parking lot, drunk at
A
like 2
rock
a.m.
fight.
Yeah, like started throwing like rocks at each other. Like, yeah,
We were in the middle of like, I don't know, fucking.
So it was very barbaric.
Yeah, we were like in the middle of fucking something. And we pull up to this bar with this huge like dirt parking lot, but we were the only like, 10 guys in there. And so they just kept, like, we were entertaining them. They kept giving us drinks and shit, and they said that we could just sleep in the parking lot. And so we just went out and did a bunch of stupid shit in that parking lot all night. They were wild, man. Great guys.
Good times. Oh man. No, that honestly reminded me of the time. Like, have you remember the old like the NOS Monster Energy drinks
Oh, yeah.
with the weird little like twist off and shit?
Yep.
It was 2011, and we were just coming back from All Stars tour, and I had to fill that fucking thing. I
Oh,
was
my
so proud
God.
of myself.
It's wild.
It was one of those like 24-ounce ones, and I'm like, so disappointed in myself for filling it, but also kind of proud.
Oh,
I literally had to just do that in front of my homie. So like, shout out to Zach for having to drive while I did that. I don't even know if All Star Tour is still a thing. I hope not.
yeah, I don't think so. I wonder if Summer Slaughter's still gonna. I would assume so.
I think
Or-
so.
But
They just
probably
took, you know, they took the year off. No big deal.
Well,
No, but Warped Tour is going to come back, and Frankie Palmeri is going to take it over, I heard.
Yeah, apparently Franz is going to do the Warped Tour thing or something, but we'll see. Apparently, like, the timeline for that would be ridiculous anyway. So what
I don't. I don't know anything to do with Franz anymore. He just does what he
Yeah,
does.
either. I just saw it on an article one time. He's like, I'll fucking buy it or something like that.
Yeah, we actually went over it on the podcast. Actually,
Yeah, I remember that episode.
Yeah.
No, man,
I-
it's laughable.
Franz is just like I'm gonna just do it, and then he doesn't do it, or he does something completely different. Franz is just Franz.
What that thing's like to run, though, it's probably fucking.
Oh, it's hectic. I guarantee you, it's probably hectic.
all the people you got to pay that are also coming.
Oh yeah.
Fucking day, I can't even imagine.
So Lyman, if you're listening, first of all, we made it. Second of all, let me run it. That's probably the worst business decision you could ever make, but hey, I put myself out there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say you're throwing yourself into fire, but you're throwing yourself.
No, that
into
is
fire.
literally throwing myself in the fire. I don't want to know how much work goes into running Warped Tour, but apparently it's going to come back. It's just going to come back under a different name.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure All Stars Ball. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was always the less selling tour than all the summer ones. I always thought. I'm not totally sure. I never went to one.
The problem I had with All Stars Tour is that they didn't. They had a problem with saying no to artists, and then they'd have like 30 local bands and like 12 like.
I do remember that. Yeah, it had
Yeah.
a bunch of local bands on it. Usually, yeah.
I don't even remember that. I just
The one
remember
we
Warped
played
Tour
was-
and Mayhem. And
The
Mayhem
one we
Fest.
played was in Massachusetts, and there was a side stage that was like a hallway, and a couple of like pallets with some sort of a board on top of the
That's
pallets, and that was the
amazing.
stage.
Amazing.
And that was where all the local bands played, unless you sold all your tickets.
Mm.
If you
That's
sold
how it
all your
works.
tickets, then you got to play on the main stage with the big boys.
Not the pallet stage.
Get an awful sound check.
We all have that local venue that we just go to instantly when it comes to the horrible sound checks.
Oh yeah, we do too. They shall not be named.
Well, they're probably not in business anymore, or they
Yeah,
are under a
yeah,
different.
But I will say, shout out Black Sheep, Colorado Springs, amazing venue and staff, phenomenal sound. That's the place to play in the Springs, 100%. The Black Sheep. So, I'm gonna give a
That's what's
shout.
up. Next time I'm in Colorado, I'll have to check it out.
Definitely check it out. It's an awesome place.
Speaking of terrible stages, not the Black Sheep, but referencing the pallet stage, and going back to tour stories, we had this festival we were supposed to play one time down south, and
Oh my God, yeah.
we're like in this neighborhood area, like trying to find like the venue location, and like we're pretty sure we're at the address, but all it is this like little park area with like 3 foot high weeds. So we drive back, that can't be it. And then we end up like we can't find anything, so we end up just going back there and like looking around. There's literally some guy with a lawnmower like trying to get the weeds over. And there's this little like shed that had like the front of it gutted out, and there's a guy in there like shooting raid.
That's
And-
amazing.
And the guy's like, "Yeah, we're just waiting for like, you know, the PAs and stuff. Then we're gonna get started." And I was like, "All right, we need to talk about
Yes, we need to- What the fuck?
Yeah, the stage is a really bad hornet problem, but it should be fun.
And like we run like, you know, we have some like backing tracks, like, you know, with like sub drops and stuff on them, and you know, triggers, and we really waited around for a couple hours, and some dude ended up bringing like 2 like 12-inch little PA speakers, like, and we're like, all right, this isn't gonna happen now.
He's like,
This is it. This is it.
You guys didn't even try.
Look at that PA if we run it. Like how much shit has to come out of that? Like no.
Oh God.
They had like a gas generator out there set up to like run everything that they were trying to do.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, yeah, for real.
Thank you, Arkansas.
Well, it sounds like a regular hardcore show, but at the same time, like that works for hardcore bands.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
Literally.
You can just plug your shit in.
Yeah, I mean, you don't use that to play to a clip. You know, it's all about just vibing, and it's not fast or not stupid like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, we were like, we can't do that, man. Like we'll blow these fucking things out. You probably rented it. So
And get attacked by hornets.
And we also did blow out the venue the night before, so I was really honest
yeah,
about it.
blew the venue out.
You guys have done that?
We were
Oh,
just-
dude, like we've done it like a couple times at this point. Like,
some smaller places can't handle like full setups. So they don't expect you to have triggers, bass drops, backing tracks, and then guitar.
Right.
It's like it's too much for the little, which is fine. It's okay. It's just, it happens, you know?
Yeah, we played this one little place. I can't remember what it was called, but like in like halfway through our second song, like the whole power in the building just went out. And we were like, all right, this is weird. Sorry. Like,
Flip the breaker and try it again, you know?
we got the shit back on, restarted basically, and like 30 seconds into it, just went out again.
I just got up and was like, I'm done.
We're like, yeah.
I can't sit here and make it through a set. Like, it's not happening.
Oh man.
That was in the past in our
DIY days.
DIY days, yes.
Do you look back on those days and smile, or is it like, oh God,
Yes,
those
because
fucking
one of those,
days?
like, when you're going through it, it's literally not funny or fun at all. Like, you're
Yeah.
like, I don't know why
Yeah.
I'm doing this. And when I get home, I'm never doing this shit again. But then, like, you learn a lot, and it's always fucking hilarious when you look back on it. It's fun. I mean, I'm glad we went through all that stupid shit.
I still have trauma nightmares, actually.
I actually have nightmares. This is a very topic. We're done. We're cutting this.
It's some extreme PTSD from like stopping the middle of the set or the middle of the song or something like that. It's
Yeah.
the worst.
We used to have, some issues back in the early days when we were dropping the Prophet, just trying to get everything to work correctly sometimes. So sometimes, like, a click would come out, the PA would be like, oh God, why is this happening to us right now? But we've learned.
Trial and error.
Yeah, it was a
That's the
trial.
process. Respect the process.
Got to.
Well, especially like the bands that I was playing with never did any legit shit like that. So we just fucking wung it half the time. Like, we're here, we got our instruments, let's make some shit. My drummer used to literally ask for us for a chair every show. He never would bring his own. He would never bring his own.
That's funny.
Like a regular chair?
Like a drum throne. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
He never brought his own chair. I just thought it was funny that he like always bum one off somebody.
I'd give him like this shitty kitchen chair. Like, here you go.
And he did a few shows like that.
Fuck yeah.
But to be fair, we sucked, so it didn't matter.
No.
Oh, no. That's
Or like the bassist that always shows up and is like, "Can I borrow somebody else's bass amp?"
oh, yeah.
That shit gets annoying really quick.
Yeah, like our band is pretty interesting because like Byron was saying, he didn't start playing drums till kind of later, and I was barely involved in bands until I like met these guys. So like half of us didn't have like any of that like technical experience on the side of things. And I met Nick on Craigslist originally, like 6, 7
That's
years
funny.
ago. Yeah, and then that's how our other shitty band started. And then we met Byron in the former lineup of Crown. So we really had to go through the ringer to try to figure out our whole live setup and like learn everything basically. But
Sounds great now.
we sure as hell did it.
So what are some bands that you really want to tour with now?
That's a good one. Aborted.
Who doesn't?
I mean, Osaya just dropped a new fire record. I'd love to tour with them. That band's so fucking good. The record just came out a couple days ago, so I'd love to tour with them. I'd love to tour with Mental Cruelty as well. Yeah, bands kind of in that realm, like Signs of the Swarm. We'd love to tour with them. Hopefully get to tour with the Angel Maker Boys and like Warren Shore. Like bands in those realms I think we would fit really good with, and I think we could pull kids out with them,
Super love to tour with like Body Snatcher too, because one, I love their band and they're obviously super heavy and aggressive, and we kind of go for that too. But I also just really love that band, so I would love to
I
tour
think
with
you'd
them.
have a good time with the Kyle Snatcher band.
Oh yeah, dude.
I
Yes.
think you'd have a good time with those guys. No, I'd like
We
to
had
see.
their- We had their drummer, right?
Yeah,
on the
Chris. We had
podcast?
Chris on.
Really super chill dude.
I'm still surprised by how many bands go to Chris. That like I should have known that they all go to Chris for production.
He's killing.
a
He's
beast.
killing it.
Yeah, he's insanely good.
Like I didn't realize that some of my favorite records were produced by him until I talked to him. I was like, wow.
He's doing so many bands lately. It's super impressive.
So if you do down tempo hardcore, he will knock it out of the park. 100%. No question about that.
He's like the guy for that in my mind, honestly. Like,
yeah, absolutely. And he'd be the first one to admit it too. Mad respect for that guy. But I'd like to see you guys tour with iHeart at least just once. I think that'd be a good tour for you guys.
We're down.
iHeart, if you're listening, first of all, we made it. Second of all, make it happen.
That'd be a dream come true for sure, man.
Honestly,
Fallujah too. We're huge Fallujah fans.
They're one of those bands that needs to put out something soon, because I don't even remember when the last time they put out a record was.
2 years ago, maybe? 2019.
What was it called?
Undying Light.
Undying Light came out like 2019 or 18.
Yeah.
Before that was Dreamless, which is God tier.
Such a good album.
Masterpiece.
They don't even need to put vocals. I could just listen to the instrumentals and I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I mean, I usually always even view their vocals like one of the few bands I actually view their vocals as a like instrument. You know what I mean? It's like it's so backgroundy and just fitting for their sound. You know.
I like that. I like when bands do that.
Yeah, 100%. And it like I've seen them live a couple times and got to play with them a couple times, but it like makes sense live when you see the vocals in action, especially when they had Alex Hoffman. It's so powerful with the music. It was actually like my God. Like I get it more. Holy shit. Band's next level.
Super love Night in Texas too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
It's like one of my favorite bands.
Do they still do stuff?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're about to put new stuff out here pretty soon.
They didn't announce it a bit ago.
They're one of those bands I slept on for a long time.
God Delusion, I think, is to me the best deathcore record ever. But
Yeah. Definitely one of them.
I know it's a heavy opinion, but I've said that for a long time.
I mean, everybody goes back to one specific album. I always go back to The Cleansing just because that's my safe place right there.
Yeah, for sure. Cleansing is.
But I was
Honestly,
a former scene kid, so like I get it.
I just go to Sworn In with Hypocrisy and shit like that. Like that's my main. If I want to listen to something crazy heavy, I wouldn't say crazy heavy, but if I want to listen to like breakdown heavy shit, I go to Sworn In.
Oh yeah.
Well, the cool thing is that now there's a bunch of different copycat bands that sound just like Sworn In. So
yeah.
Another time for sure.
I don't want to talk about it. I still love that fucking band so much. They're so good.
That's all.
Yeah. Let's see. Angel Maker for sure would be a really fun. Angel Maker, Carcosa, and Spirit Box. That way you could do the full Canadian package.
Man, Spirit Box, that band is so big.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm impressed.
They're great.
All right. I have a question. So when you guys were on tour, was there a band that absolutely that shouldn't be on the lineup, but was there that you personally felt?
Yeah. Man, so many.
No, not like on our tour package ever.
Yeah, not on the tour package, but like locally opening, 100%. We've never toured with a band that we were like, why are we on tour with these dudes?
Right. It's like because I was thinking like, oh, all right, we got Suicide Silence, we have fucking Thy Art Is Murder, and then we have Issues.
Yeah.
Why is Issues
Why are
here?
you here?
We played this one venue a few times in LA called Blacklight District Lounge. Used to be this little bar. We played it a couple times. And there's pretty eclectic lineup for those shows. Like I remember there's a couple like local like hardcore type of bands that opened for us, and then there was this one band that was like jazz, death metal, kid rock.
Stop.
Like their vocalist literally looked like a cowboy. They were good though.
Hear this? I need to hear this right now. Hold
They would
on.
like go in. They would have like, and they had like a fiddle player. They would go in. They would go into these like folk like grooves, and then like
What
go
is
into
it, murder
black
folk?
section.
What
It
were they?
sounds like murder folk mixed with death metal. What is going
That's
on?
what it was, man. It'd be like doom, doom, right into blast beats.
You talking
Yeah.
about the
I am fucking down.
Please
Hold
give me this.
up.
What?
Please.
What's the fucking name of that?
They were called stump tail dollies.
Yes, Stump Tail Dolly, because they're
Pat, write that down. Write that down, Pat.
and like
Hold up.
it's important to know that like they were actually very talented.
yeah,
They were really good.
They're
Yeah.
really good. So that was
you need to write
Stump.
that down and send it to me.
Stump till Dolly.
Yep.
Yeah, STD.
And at that same venue, the last time we played it, this like doom metal band that was like composed of two dudes. They were playing after us, right? And we were talking about in the parking lot. They're grilling like shitty hot dogs, right?
They were like, we just played this Doom Fest.
Yeah, they
shit.
said they just played this Doom Fest. Thinking, cool. These guys probably got to be pretty legit. Like, they're probably be pretty good. So, blah, blah. Anyways, we finish up, and I go to walk to the front. It's pretty late, so most of the people have fucking left already. And they start playing. I have my drink. I'm enjoying it. And once they get to the end of the set, man, mind you, I'm up there at the bar by myself watching this dude like 3 feet from me. The drummer just throws his shit, like his sticks up, starts pushing his kid over. And then the guitarist / vocalist just starts turning his like all the knobs on his fucking pedal board up so that this shit starts making like this wee super fucking loud, right? Then he hits the smoke machine. They had a fucking smoke machine I didn't see. Hits the smoke machine, starts filling the place, right? Then he grabs this like, I don't even know what it is, man. It's like an Aztec horn.
It was like this.
That's amazing.
The death whistle.
Yeah, the death whistle.
Oh, I need
know
to
what
buy
you're
one of
talking
those.
about.
I'm telling you.
Blaring it. Just starts blaring it and being like, die! Like, fuck you. He's like looking at me and shit. So I just like turn around and look at Dan, our first dude, and they're dying because I'm just like by myself, like pretty much getting this like all pointed towards me and weird shit like that, man. Like,
He was just in Byron's face with the microphone. Die, motherfucker!
I have so many questions.
yeah,
No.
that place.
Byron's just like sitting there in the stool with his drink, like,
what the fuck?
I'm just trying to enjoy my beer, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
It's-
fucking hot dogs earlier. What the hell?
that was so weird.
You were chilling in the
we had
parking lot.
lunch together. What's going on?
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Oh, man.
I've always wanted a death whistle. Like, they sound fucking nasty.
Yeah, I mean, it was like an eerie, but the thing is that the
Yeah.
note that he was doing, like from his amp and shit, it was just so loud that like,
It was like this loud phaser noise.
Yeah.
That was just
I
super.
don't doubt it. I mean, the whistle is
without
just
that.
loud in general.
yeah, I think
Like-
it was eerie sounding. It sounds like someone screaming. You know
Yeah,
what I
it sounds like a female screaming.
mean? Yes,
Like, that's-
exactly.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe he had that shit. What the
shit
fuck?
like that.
That was so funny.
I've
Jesus
never been into
Christ.
Doom. I have Doom metal.
It's
I've
too
never found a
droney.
band.
Here, I'll give you one more from the same fucking spot. This guy,
Oh, God.
solo black metal act. I'm not gonna blast him or anything.
Solo black metal act. I'm already sold.
Right? But,
I'm sold.
yeah, so he's like walking around the venue all night with this fucking
Corpse paint.
corpse paint, all right. So we're
Full
like,
black jacket.
I'm waiting to see the rest.
Amazing.
I'm like, where the fuck's the rest of this guy's band at? You know, he's the only guy near a corpse paint. Anyways, he ends up going on before us, and he's playing through like one of those pedal boards that has preset drums on it, like the
Yep.
shit. And he's just playing riffs along to it.
Like black
Screaming.
metal riffs. And just going,
I mean, it's fucking insane, some of the shit that you'll see, dude. Like when you do DIY shit, man.
Then we
It
went-
looks forever.
we went on his Facebook and he was like, about to drop my 14th studio album.
Yeah.
No,
Then, like,
stop it.
I'm gonna head out.
the first time that happened was the night we played with the jazz country death metal band also. And that guy, the black metal guy was playing right before us. We were last and it was like already 1 a.m. And he'd been playing for like 45 minutes. And he was, playing his heart out.
Yeah.
But everyone was just kind of sitting there like waiting for him to finish up. And he stopped and he was like, you guys want to hear one more? And
Yeah.
everyone was like looking around and some guy was like, yeah.
The drunk guy in the back. Yeah.
He's like, all right. He used to start playing their song. We're like, oh, shit.
And then he goes like, have y'all ever heard of my old band, whatever it was? And everybody was just crickets. We're like, all right, well, this is an old one from them.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
He's like, we broke up so now I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Bless that man's soul.
Yeah,
I feel like
Jesus
literally.
Christ.
I probably run into him at like a bus stop somewhere.
Yeah, that poor bastard. I mean,
Oh my god.
the poor bastard.
I just hope he got help eventually. Like, has anybody checked on him during COVID? I hope he's good.
Jesus
I used to-
Christ.
Yeah, I used to check his Facebook
I haven't
out.
looked at it in a while.
but it's been a long time.
It's
Probably
hard
on
to keep
now.
up with people now.
Yeah,
He probably wrote 3 or 4 more albums during COVID. So he's
Stop
probably,
it.
But it's like ambient black metal.
As soon as I
With
heard
no drums.
14th album, I lost my mind. I was like, stop it.
I swear to God, dude, like not even exact. It's well over like 10 or 11.
That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
Not working.
I respect it, but Jesus.
I don't know.
The best part, 100%.
I just don't know. Like I fuck with black metal, but I definitely think that I've fucked with blackened hardcore and blackened deathcore way more.
100%, yeah. It's just like, there's some genres where there's rules in place, and like in black metal, there's like rules. You can't.
Yeah, you got to be a neo-Nazi first of all.
Jesus Christ.
Gotta be a neo-Nazi.
First rule.
Yeah, neo-Nazi.
If you want to be true black metal, you need to be a neo-Nazi.
But so if you like write anything outside that realm, you're never going to be true black metal. So it's like whatever. That's why I personally love the whole slamming deathcore and all that shit, because it's like people started to call it that shit because slam kids are being all elitist little dweebs. So it's like whatever, man.
You really want to gatekeep
Metal.
your
Metal,
dumbass
yeah.
genre, then by all means gatekeep the hell out of it. We'll let you do that.
You do you, boo-boo.
Like, as much as I enjoy slam, but the idea of gatekeeping slam is the most comical thing in the world to me. Like your genre is literally a joke.
Yeah,
That's what it's supposed to be.
I agree.
I don't know.
Same thing with grindcore, gore noise, all that other shit. It's like, dude, it's a joke.
I don't care.
We don't care.
If the music's good, it's good.
Yeah.
They dress. It's fucking hilarious.
I've also been really digging that that new distant music. All their
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
super heavy.
Alan was super chill to talk to. I'm actually glad we got him on the podcast.
But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he seems like a super nice guy.
He is. He is.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he said a bad thing about anybody, to be honest. But I just want comic books made about the lore behind the band. Like the whole, like each album has like this rich lore, and I just want comic books. I want him to start writing comic books based off those the lore.
Yeah, they made
That'd be
that.
interesting.
They made that book. Wrote that book that has encompasses all that. Apparently, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I definitely got to pick that up.
Shout out, Mister.
If they ever, for whatever reason, find their way over here in the States, not that they ever really need to, but if they did, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, for real. I'd love to see.
Literally.
That's a show that would be a bloodbath.
Yeah, I've watched some of their live videos too. It looks awesome.
I worry about young women being at a show like that.
Just worry about people in general going in that show.
Nobody's safe. No. And nobody's safe when Crown Magnetar comes to town either.
Bet that.
True.
What song do you guys open up with? Like, what song would you want to open up with now?
I was actually talking to Dan this earlier. I personally want to be full spectrum, just because I just love how it starts.
We definitely want to like emulate the vibe of the album, like live wise. So I know, like we were just talking about this earlier. Actually, like we're gonna have really minimal like interlude parts, and we just want to start off with full spectrum, just because it's like punches you right in the face right away, and we just want the set to be like the album is, like front to back, just like in your face, kind of nonstop. So
We'll base it off the plays on Spotify too, as we're starting to see the more popular ones that pop up on like the top 5. Those obviously should play. So
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
You're not. I would assume that you're not one of those talk for 5 minutes in between songs kind of bands.
Oh,
No.
it's not at all.
That doesn't work.
We just have like, we like to have just like 10, 15 seconds of just like ambient, like ominous, like bass, and then just like right back into it.
Yeah. Let me get a swig of water. That's pretty much it.
It is super high intensity the entire set. So like having those little like 15-second gaps in between the songs is very important, but they have to be pretty minimal.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. Part of me just thinking like what the bass lines must be like. Like, does your bassist play pick or hand or?
Yeah.
I have respect for anybody with the hand like endurance to be able to play that way. It's
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Grant is a beast on bass.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Was he a guitarist first or?
I don't think he ever really has played guitar. He's always been a bassist.
Yeah, yeah.
At least just for what I remember him telling me.
Because as much as I've like I spent a lot of time when I first got into music playing like punk and like shit like that, like NoFX, Rancid, Green Day, shit like that, and I couldn't figure out the whole hand motion. Like for me, it's got to all be pick.
Yeah. It's something you got to probably definitely muscle memory over time.
And slapping, oof. I don't know.
It's crazy technique.
Yeah.
But I don't know about you, Kyle, but I'm out of questions.
I am. Yeah.
That's what's up. So before we let you guys go, is there anybody you want to shit talk or shout out?
No shit talking, I don't
Yeah.
think, but definitely want to shout out our producer, Mike Song, because he's like
The man.
the unofficial sixth member of the band. Super, producer genius. Everyone who helped us with the album, Kaylin for the artwork for sure, and
Shout out Indie Merch. They really came through with helping us get our pre-order set up kind of
That's what's
later
up.
than we wanted them to be, and they ended up coming out right on time and
Christina, thank you.
everything like that. Thank you, Christina. You're great.
And everyone who's been jamming the new album on Slammer Light on Spotify seriously means so much to us. We're super thankful, super happy with how everything's going since we released it, and we got a lot more going on.
That's what's up.
Already writing, so
I want to start doing a new thing where we start playing a song from the band at the end of each interview. So if there was one song you guys could choose, what song would that be? That I should throw at the end of this?
Icon.
Icon of
yeah,
Sin.
do Icon of Sin. Why not?
All right, I'll make that happen.
Right.
And with that said, guys, thank you again for being here and get fucked.
Thanks for having us on, man.
Yeah, seriously.